Hi, I'm Chef Pete Schellenbach, culinary specialist with Vulcan, and I'm joining you today from the Vulcan Test Kitchen. We're going to be talking today about Vulcan heavy-duty broilers. Vulcan's heavy-duty broilers are designed to provide excellent finishing results in even the most demanding kitchens. Our broilers ensure rapid recovery times for maximum productivity. They're available both single and double deck with a variety of bases. That ensures they're going to fit any operation. With all Vulcan products, but especially the line of heavy-duty broilers, you get consistent results. These consistent results are due to Vulcan's outstanding design, their precision performance, and Vulcan's state-of-the-art innovation. I think that the upright broiler is perfect in especially steakhouse operations, that kind of operation. Also hotels, any operation where you're doing large volumes of food that you need high speed, consistent results. One of the other names for the upright broiler is a hotel broiler, and that's because they're used for hotel banquet situations. So today I'm going to be broiling a New York strip and doing some roasted cauliflower to go with it. So before I start cooking in my Vulcan upright broiler, I want to talk a little bit about some of the features of it. First, note that it is a very rugged, all stainless steel construction, so you're going to get great longevity out of that. It's going to be reliable over the long haul. I want to talk about the burners. This one is a mix of an infrared burner in the top and a radiant burner in the bottom. They're obviously available as all infrared, all radiant. I can mix them and match them any way that I want for my operation. The difference between the two burners is kind of important. So these infrared burners are 25,000 BTU per hour burners. There are 4 of them, making it 100,000 BTU deck. Because they're infrared burners, that means that gas and oxygen are mixed and pushed through the ceramic brick. That pushes infrared energy down into the food. That means that this broiler is extraordinarily fast. If I need steaks immediately, if I need to put color on something immediately, this is my go-to. This is just an absolute machine. In the radiant version, I've got 32,500 BTU per hour burners. They are a burner system with cast iron frames. So it's a cast iron frame and a ceramic brick. The cast iron, as we all know, it heats up slowly, but it gives off its energy very, very evenly. So it radiates back down onto the food and cooks the food. So the radiant burners give me a little bit more flexibility. I'm gonna have time to cook the middle of the food before the outside of the food is done. Up here, I am gonna sear, and if I need to cook something like, say, to medium well, I can sear it here and then move into a slower oven or even into the slower radiant broiler. I can cook pieces of fish, I can cook chicken, I can roast vegetables down there. And that's what you're gonna see me do today. I'm gonna cook steaks up here, and I'm gonna do the cauliflower down low in the radiant. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get started and cook these New York strips. So you saw the infrared burner cook those steaks super fast. And the radiant burner is cooking the cauliflower, only it's doing it a little more slowly. It's still doing it as a broiler, so it's still top-down heat, but it's just doing it a little more gently. Again, I could do fish down there, I could do chicken, things that are gonna require a little less intense heat than what's generated by the infrared. So in addition to these configurations, we also have one called a chop house broiler. What that is one of our Radiant broilers with a searing plate on top. It's essentially this, but instead of this piece sitting on top, up here is a searing plate. We're already generating that BTU energy, so why not use it? Have a place where I can sear my meat, sear the steaks, for example, or the chicken. But since it's the more versatile Radiant broiler underneath, I can sear on top on the searing plate and then move directly to finishing down here in the more gentle Radiant heat of that broiler. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pull the cauliflower out of the Radiant broiler. I want you to notice when I pull it out that it's got great color on it. You can tell it's a roasted vegetable. But because it was in the Radiant broiler, which I have turned down a little bit, the cook time was necessarily a little bit longer so that I didn't burn the edge while the inside of the cauliflower was cooking. So today we made these great looking steaks with a side of roasted cauliflower. This was super quick, super easy because of the consistency and the power of the Vulcan upright broiler.
Thank you very much, Chef. Everything looks just delicious. And thank you to everyone who joined us today. We are honored that you would take time out of your busy day to join us for our a la carte program on Vulcan's upright, over-fired broilers. We reviewed the 3 different types of upright broilers available at Vulcan: the double-deck broiler, the single-deck range match broiler, and our line of Radiant chop house broilers. Also in today's segment, we discussed the key differences between the Radiant and infrared burners. We covered the differences in how each burner heats, the temperature profiles of each type of burner, and the best usage for one type of burner over another. Hopefully, this information will assist when choosing the proper burner for your operation and your broiling needs. Thank you again so very much for your time, and have a wonderful day.